In this video, I will be teaching you about order of operations. There's a very specific way of doing math. You have to follow the step-by-step process. You do what's first and then second, third, fourth, and so on. If you do it in the correct order, you'll get the correct answer. If you go in a different order, do stuff differently, you will get an incorrect answer. And so we want to follow the correct steps, the correct order of operations to get the correct answer. Now I have a little trick for you that hopefully you'll be able to remember as you go through your math career. PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And if you remember that little phrase, you'll be able to remember that please is the P, which is parentheses. Always do parentheses first. You look at a math problem, and whatever is in parentheses, you do that first, always. E, excuse, that's the exponents. If you have something that is an exponent, you do that second. That would be like 2 to the second. You figure that out and do that. Now, we won't be doing much of this. We won't be doing any of this in this chapter, but I wanted to let you know so that when you get into the higher math, you'll be able to already have that. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. You won't have to add another piece to it. You'll already have that in your orders of operation. So, please excuse parentheses first, exponents second. Then we go to the other, my dear, which is multiplication and division. And when you get to multiplication and division, you do those in order from left to right, like you're reading a book. You've done all this, then you just go from this side all the way that side, doing the multiplication and division. Just like reading a book. Once you've done all the multiplication division, you do Aunt Sally. So you do addition, subtraction, and you just go left and right that way. Okay? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And we'll do a bunch of practice here so you can see with different things, different pieces in them, how you do all the different parts. Okay? So let's start with this one. 23 plus 16 minus 7 plus 12 equals. So I start with please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I'm going to start with the P, parentheses, no parentheses. I've passed that level. I kind of picture these as like a video game. Once you do one level of the video game, then it takes you on to the next level, and you keep progressing through. With this, you have to do this level, then this level, then this level, then this level. So I've passed this one because there were none, so I go right on to exponents, none of those, and then I'm to the multiplication division. I look here, addition, subtraction, addition, nothing there. So now I'm just to here, and because it's all addition and subtraction, I can just start from the left and go on through the problem. So let's do that. 23 plus 16 is 39. So now I do the next part, 39 minus 7. 32 plus 12, and now my last part is 32 plus 12 is 44. Oops. 44 is my answer. Okay? So 23 plus 16 minus 7 plus 12, 44. I went through the order of operations and I got the correct answer. Okay, let's do another one. That's when it's just addition and subtraction, no parentheses. It's pretty clear cut. You just start from the left and go to the right. Let's add some different things in there. So let's do 20 divided by 20 divided by 10, and then times 8 divided by 2. And we want to see what we get there. So we look here, parentheses, no parentheses, good. No exponents, good. Multiplication division, I have some multiplication division. So that's the next. And I've already done these, so now I just go from the left to the right. So let's do it. 20 divided by 10 is 2. Okay, now I do the next part. 2 times 8 is 16. Divided by 2, and now 16 divided by 2, that gives me 8. So my answer is 8. When you have just addition, subtraction, just like reading a book, you start here and go. If you only have multiplication and division, you start here and go. All right? But what happens when you have multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction all mixed up? Let's go to that level, okay? These first two problems I did were the most basic. You just start left and go right. Now let's try this one. 5 plus 90 times 7 equals. All right, no parentheses, good. No exponents, of course, we're not doing that. Now I have multiplication, division. I do have a multiplication here, so I'm going to do that first. Even though it's not this far left, I have to do it first because, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, the M. We got to do our multiplication, division before we do our addition, subtraction. So 5 plus, I'm going to do this, 90 times 7, 63 and minus 0. Okay, so I have 5 plus 630. I've done all my multiplication, division. Now I go over here and do the addition, which gives me 635. So 5 plus 90 times 7 is 635. Now if I would do that in a different order, if I would do the 5 plus 90 first, I would get something much different. Let's try it. 5 plus 90 is 95 times 7. If I come over here, 95 times 7, 35, 63, plus 3, 65, 665. That's a different number. Pretty close, but it's different. It's not the correct. This is the correct because you followed the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right? So, let's do another one. How about we try 240 divided by 20 plus 15 equals. Okay, no parentheses, no exponents, no multiplication. There's some division, so let's do the division first. This one actually goes in order because the division is first, but you're doing all the division and multiplication. Multiplication, division first. 240 divided by 20. I'm going to go like this. Then 24 divided by 2 is 12. Plus 15. Okay, I've done my division. Now I need to do my addition and subtraction. There's no subtraction, so there's only one thing left. I do this, and it gets me 12 plus 15 is 27. So 240 divided by 20 plus 15 gets me 27. And I followed the correct order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right. Let's do a couple more here. 60 divided by 3 plus 14 times 2. Okay. Now, no parentheses, no exponents. Multiplication, division. Let's do all of the multiplication, division first. We go left to right, doing multiplication, division. Even though this division is first, it's okay. We need to do all our multiplication and our division first. This addition comes last. So, 60 divided by 3 is 20, plus, I gotta do this. 14 times 2 is 28. Okay, so I've done all my multiplication and my division, and now I'm going to do the last step, which is the addition. 20 plus 28 gives me 48. So, 60 divided by 3 plus 14 times 2 equals 48. All right. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I'm saying that a lot. Hopefully you'll remember it, and it'll stick with you. So you'll be able to do these order of operations correctly. All right. Let's do 42 divided by 7 minus 2 plus 7 equals. All right, no parentheses, no exponents. Multiplication, division. No multiplication, I do see a division. I'm going to do that first. 42 divided by 7 equals 6 minus 2 plus 7 equals. Now, it's just down to addition and subtraction. I can go left to right, and we'll do it. 6 minus 2, 4 plus 7 equals 11. So, 42 divided by 7 minus 2 plus 7 equals 11, following the correct order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay. I have 3 more. Now I'm going to add a different component into it. Let's do 36 minus 15 times 2. I'm going to put parentheses right there. Okay, so now we look at this problem and we remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We go with the please. Parentheses first, always. So I stop right away and I'm going to do this. Even though it's subtraction, which comes down here, but because it's parentheses, it goes first. Always, always, always. So 36 minus 15 is 21. Then I'm done with the parentheses. I can lose them times 2. Now that's the only operation I have left, so it's the only thing I do. 21 times 2 equals 42. So 36 minus 15 times 2 equals 42. If I would do the multiplication first without the parentheses, if I just ignore the parentheses, it's going to be 15 times 2 is 30. 36 minus 30 gets me 6. Much different answer. Much different. So you got to follow the order of operations. Okay? Parentheses always come first. 2 more to go. Let's do 32 divided by 7 plus 1 times 9 minus 5 equals. Lots of different parts to this problem. And so we really have to be careful to make sure we follow our procedures step by step. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So let's start with the P, parentheses. I have 1 parentheses here. So 32 divided by, I'm going to do it, times 9 minus 5 equals. Okay, so I got all the parentheses out of the way. Now I go exponents, which we don't have, multiplication and division. I'm going to do those next. I see I have a division and a multiplication. I'm just going to start left, go right, and then we'll do this subtraction last because it comes after that. So 32 divided by 8 is 4 times 9 minus 5 equals, then I do my multiplication, 4 times 9, 36 minus 5 equals, I'm going to take 36, takes 5 away, I'm going to get 31. So that big long problem, following the order of operation with the parentheses first, then the multiplication division, and then the addition and subtraction will get us to 31. Step by step. I love the order of operations because if you follow it every time, it will always get you the correct answer. You got to be careful to make sure you add and subtract and multiply and divide right, but that's because you know your small facts and your basic facts, you'll be fine with that. But if you follow the system every time, you'll get the correct answer. And you just got to remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right. Oops. Didn't do that. Okay. Let's do one last problem. And hopefully this has given you a good idea of the order of operations. Okay. Last one. 100 plus 720 plus 200 divided by 2 equals. Okay, so some bigger numbers, but it doesn't matter how big the numbers are or how small they are, you always follow the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So let's start with the P, which is parentheses. And I see I have some parentheses here, so I am going to add those together, and it will get me 9, 20. Then I bring down my divided by 2, and 100 plus. Okay, so I have 100 plus 90, 920 divided by 2. So I did my parentheses, no exponent. Multiplication, division, I see I have a division. Even though it's at the end of the problem, it looks like it. I'm going to do that first because order of operations tells me to do the multiplication and division first. So 920 divided by 2 is 460. Okay, and the way you can do that, you can come over here, do 920 divided by 2. 4 goes in there, 8. And you bring these down, 2, 1. How many 2's going to 12? 6. 6 times 2 is 12. And that's 0, 1. And 0. How many 2's going to 0? Well, none do. And so you have 460. So 460, I did that. Then I bring down this. Only one operation left. It is addition. And so I take 100 plus 460, gets me to 560, which is my answer. All right, you got to follow the order of operations step by step. You do it every time, you'll get the right answer, okay? And you're going to always remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. P-E-M-D-A-S. Okay? Hopefully this has given you a good little trick and help in knowing how to do order of operations. Thank you for watching my video, and remember to be a little kinder than is necessary to one another.